What's up, guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have side buns today. I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or what, but I'm getting bored, so I've been doing my hair in different ways. When virtually my whole life I've just like worn my hair down and never done anything with it, so this is a real change for me. Come here, Sebastian. You gonna lay in your bed? Okay. So today we went to Dog Beach. I thought that the beaches were back open, but they actually weren't. So we go down to Dog Beach because I told Jeff, hey, do you want to go to Dog Beach? I thought that the beaches were back open, but it's not. It's just like the beach pass and the hiking trails and stuff are open back up. I don't know when the actual beach is going to be back. I think next weekend or something. I don't know. But we're there and I'm like commenting to Jeff, like, where is everybody? Nobody's here. And he's like, well, the beach isn't still closed. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you said we could come to the beach. He's like, that's because I wanted to go to the beach. I was like, okay, well, we're not supposed to be here. But there were a few other people there, but we were only there briefly and then left. But yeah, it was really beautiful and it was nice to look at the beach and stuff. But yeah, okay, so today I really don't have, like, I had some really horrible flashbacks earlier and I had some really awful dreams last night, but I don't remember what any of them were because as soon as they happen, I just kind of turn them off. But I do want to tell you guys this thing that I think is really weird. And I want to know, like, if anything like that has happened to any of you guys. So if you are willing to share that with me, tell me, because I find it really interesting. So, like, when I had my first, when I had my second mental breakdown, I was spending a lot of time in, like, I was living in San Diego, and for some reason I ended up in Hermosa Beach and in Pacific Palisades because I was partying with some people out there. And it ended up really odd that when that episode ended, I actually ended up living in that exact area, right? And it's just like, sounds like a strange, it's just a coincidence, right? Obviously, but like something that's really weird is like, okay, so when I lived in San Pedro, when I had my last manic episode, and I came back after being hit by the car, and I told Jeff, you need to get me an apartment, da, 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 da. So he rented me this place in San Pedro, and the owner, are you coming? The owner of the place in San Pedro also had a place in Long Beach. And the place that I was renting, like, I was fully psychotic there. I was letting all kinds of crazy people come and go, just thrashing the apartment. She had art, like, in the hallway. There was, like, a community hallway. And I, like, took it off the wall and, like, wandered down the street and would, like, give it to random businesses. I remember one time... I thought it was my cat. I remember one time, I don't know why I was doing this, but she had this art on the wall and I was like taking the pictures down, and like one of them, I left the apartment building, walked down the street, and there was like a car dealership. It wasn't a car dealership, it was like a shop, like a mechanic shop. And I remember just giving them one of the paintings. And then I also took a couple of them because I remember walking in that same area, but like across the street into like a neighborhood where houses are. And I remember knocking on some lady's door and giving her one of the paintings. And I remember she gave me a couple of oranges and I think $1. But yeah, the weird thing about the whole thing is that the lady that owned that building, like, I made her life a nightmare. Like, I was so mean to people when I was, out of my mind psychotic. But like, I was destroying her building and she was trying to kick me out, and she actually ended up, she was in the process of selling the building, so she actually sold the building while I was there, and I was only there 2 months, but she gave me an eviction notice, and I actually ended up getting arrested the last day that I was supposed to be in that apartment. But the crazy thing is that she owned another property in Long Beach, and that property is literally 2.5 blocks from me, and I didn't know this. And one night Jeff and I are walking the dog, and we walk past this building, and I look to my left and I see this lady, like she's like shaking out a rug, and she looks up and and I like lock eyes with her, and she looks at me like she's seen a ghost, and I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't think it was just like a fleeting thought. I'm like, whoa, that lady looks like Roxy, the lady that owned the building in San Pedro. And so I tell Jeff about it, and we get home and we look it up, and because you can look up on Zillow, like the owner, and it doesn't show the last name, but it showed like the initials and stuff, and it was definitely her. So it's just like weird stuff like that. Like when I lived in San Diego, I was hanging out in LA all the time, fully blown manic and da-da-da-da, and I actually ended up moving to LA right after that in all of those exact same places. And then this is other weird stuff like this is that is happening, but that's got to be the weirdest, that I'm renting a apartment from this lady. I completely destroy it, and we didn't, and then she owns 2 buildings, right? I'm renting one, and then I end up moving to 2.5 blocks from her other building. Just weird, right? Anyways, I don't know, maybe you guys don't think that's as weird as I do, but I think that's pretty trippy. I always wonder, like, if there's like some kind of correlation, like, you know how like they say The Secret, like you manifest it and like things happen. I always wonder, like, I don't know, I have weird thoughts, but like I think like, well, maybe when I'm manic, I'm actually like secretly planning my life or something. I don't know, stupid stuff like that. Anyways, I'm going way out there, but yeah, that's the only thing that I was thinking about today, and I was wondering like if anybody else had any weird random coincidence type experiences like that. But yeah, hope you all are well. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Who knows, maybe I'll have another crazy hairstyle. Thanks for watching. Bye.